Hey guys, this is Oracle Daphne. My name is Beth, and I'm back doing a whole new series. This is the financial series that I've been talking about doing, and I'm finally getting around to recording it. So, a little bit about what I'm doing here, because it's different than what other psychics out there are doing, and I just want to talk a little bit about it. So, first thing, I'm using this um, Tarot de Marseille deck, okay, by Pierre Madini. You can see um, this is like the old-fashioned, really ancient compared, this is 2015. This is 1709 when he was designing these and making these. So obviously there's a lot of tradition here. The reason, and you can look up this all about this deck and what it means online. Because it is in French and because I don't do well with Roman numerals, basically I'm not going to really talk too much about the traditional card, whether it's the Knight of Cups or the Page of Cups or Swords or whatever it is. It's not going to be, that's not going to be my focus, okay? I did take some of the traditional tarot and integrate it into the card's meaning. But for a lot of it, I used a lot of creative license. You can see I wrote on each card, and so each card has its own meaning to me, okay? So this may or may not match up with the traditional tarot. This may or may not match up with what this deck was intended to mean. This may or may not match up with anything that you've read before, but that just know that this is my creative approach to this deck, okay? And the focus is finance. And the reason I chose this deck is because I'm just going to pull out a card here. You can see that this deck has like the coins, and they're all, you can count them, okay? And to me, it's the way I've changed the rules here too. The way I see this deck is, to me, there's a very strong financial element to this deck, okay? As well as romance, too, because there's a lot of romance cards in this deck. And I see life as being kind of a balance between romance and finance, okay, or career and relationships. It's basically you and the I and the we kind of balance, okay? So this deck has that too. And so there's I like that it has the coins, and I like that it still has this very romantic, older, traditional vibe. And there are cards that really talk just about finance. Mainly the coin cards are really strictly about finance. But then they also talk about relationships and prosperity, because to me, prosperity is that combination of having wealth and love. To me, it's a bonus, right, when you have both. So that's a little bit, kind of how I see this. So the more coin cards somebody has, I feel like, to me, that's going to show the more prosperity that you're going to have in the month that I'm doing it for your sign, okay? And I'm going to be going through with each sign just like I would normally, and I'm doing a Celtic cross spread. However, this deck does not have as many reverses. It has a few, okay? So for the most part, these cards are all going to be in upright position. And for the most part, I'm not going to be looking at it as, I'm not looking for patterns, whereas in my shadowscape, I'm looking for patterns. I'm looking for colors. I'm looking for more that's kind of, I was using it, the shadowscapes, I use it as more of an artistic approach, a visual approach. This is more, it is more of like I'd say an alternative approach. I guess it's more of a metaphysical approach to what these cards mean. I already wrote what I feel like they mean on the cards, so I'm going to be reading those. And that's how I'm going to be reading it. And any information I get from my guides is going to be in addition to that, okay? And anything that I'm kind of channeling is in addition to that. But I don't really see it, and I'm not really working with it the same way, okay? Because, there may be obstacles, but this deck, I focus a lot on the outcome, okay? More so than in the Shadowscapes. Because in the Shadowscapes Tarot, when I use that deck, I'm looking for things that are blocking you from, that are blocking you, what's blocking you in your path, okay? I'm looking for those things. And the less blocks, the better. In this deck, it's more, I'm looking for a positive outcome no matter what, okay? No matter what other things are going on. Because that's, to me, financially how things are going to turn out. It is a little bit more black and white because, to me, finance is more black and white. So it's more positive, I feel, because I'm not focusing as much on the negative elements. There aren't as many negative elements to this deck as maybe there are in the Shadowscapes. But I feel like overall, they're very different, but they both have something to offer the reader, and they have something to offer the client as well. So, if you have questions about this deck, please, feel free to email me or message me. You can look, like I said, you can look up this deck online and look at the traditional meanings comparatively to what I get from them and how I interpret them. I also was looking at the images, okay, and taking it from also an artistic perspective because I'm an artist and I have that creative approach. And I am artistic, so there's an art element to these images. It's not just, it's the Two of Swords, so it's got to be this. There is that art element still that I find interesting and that I have incorporated into this deck. So anyways, I hope you really like this series, and I don't know how often I'll be doing these financial readings because I have a really crazy schedule and I have people clamoring for my other videos and I only have time to do so many. So I guess just feel free to email me if you'd like a private reading. My email is elizabetholson31@gmail.com, and let me know what you think of this deck. Okay, thank you guys so much, and I will be back for more. Okay, take care.